Next up on the list, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. This one's unconfirmed, right?
Yeah, unconfirmed, but kind of rumored. We don't know what they're going to do with the US title, but it seems based on the previous SmackDown that might be what's happening. Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman, LA Knight.
All I'm saying is that would be pretty peak. And listen, I love you, LA Knight, but Jacob's got to take that title. I don't give a fuck. Jacob's got to take that title at Mania. Oh man.
Oh yeah, that'd be a win.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've even seen people say that this would be a fatal 4-way with Solo because Jacob and Solo have been having beef. But I feel like Solo hasn't been prominent enough in this storyline to warrant it being a fatal 4-way.
Well, I think
he only really has beef with Jacob. I feel like it'd be Solo versus Jacob 1-on-1, you know?
I hear that. Well, yeah, exactly. I think they should give that story some time to marinate. You know what I mean? They can't just pull the trigger on a fatal 4-way with two completely what's the word? People who are completely, what's that word? Unassociated with that rivalry. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So I do agree that if they do this 3-way, it's got to be Braun, LA Knight, and Fatu. If Fatu does win the championship, maybe Solo gets jealous of it or something. You know, like maybe it could segue nicely,
something like that.
But at the end of the day, it's like I think Fatu should win it. If it's not Fatu, then you can have LA Knight keep it, and then Fatu and him have a 1-on-1. That'd be good. I would see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if LA Knight wins it, it's definitely a thing of Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman took each other out. And LA Knight just gets
in there.
Took the pin. Yeah.
No, that's probably, you know what? That's probably the best option. I think, what's the word? Because, we still want to give Jacob Fatu more time to cook, right? We're basically, right now, we're trying to showcase his skills. We don't want to put a belt on him yet. You know? Yeah. Because what's the word? We don't want to rush him into it. You know what I mean? We really want to take our time with it. And I know Triple H loves taking his time with these guys. I think it's best if we just showcase his skill, show how dominant he is in the ring, have a really good showing against LA Knight and Braun Strowman. And I think, because that's what Braun Strowman is there for. He's a big guy that can work and that can put over Fatu. So that's what this is. The fact that Strowman is in this tells me all I need to know. This is a showcase for Fatu, you know?
For sure, yeah.
So, I do think what you mentioned is how it's going to go. It's going to be LA Knight over pin on somebody who was destroyed by Fatu. And I think Braun
Strowman is taking no pin, I think.
Yeah, I think Braun should get pinned. Yeah, I mean, I'm wrong. Yeah. I like Braun. You know what I mean? What's the word? I think he's like I said, a big guy who can work. You know what I mean? I think his place is definitely warranted. And I'm glad that he's back in the WWE, you know. But when it comes to who deserves the title more or what's better for the company, I'd have to say that it's LA Knight winning and Jacob Fatu just showing out, you know? That's what I think.
I think it's a little too early for Jacob Fatu to win the title.
He deserves it soon.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Not yet.
Just not yet. Maybe SummerSlam.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be sick. I'd love to see a 1-on-1 with LA Knight and Jacob. You know, it'd be a crazy triple threat. LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jacob Fatu.
I would watch the fuck out of that.
Yes, you would.
I love Shinsuke Nakamura. I know a lot of people, they did fumble his booking as US champion, but I mean, I still love Shinsuke Nakamura, and his new heel look is just, it looks fucking sick.
I think it looks cool. What I don't like is that they betrayed it literally like a couple weeks later when he was sitting in the crowd without it. Like, what are we doing? Wait, right? I know Undertaker. Wait. I know Undertaker didn't like that shit. Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, no, I would totally be down for that triple threat. I'm curious to see what they do with the US title because it feels like they just kind of put it back on LA Knight because they didn't know what to do. It's just like, okay, so Nakamura's title run isn't working. Fuck it, give it back to LA Knight.
Right, that's the only way.
So like, I don't know what they're gonna do, what the plan is for the future, but I hope they kind of get that division intact. I would love to see Jimmy Uso win it eventually. Carmelo Hayes is always a good contender for it. So there's a lot they can do, but
right, and plenty of time to do it.
If this is the match we get at Mania, I do think LA Knight should retain.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, no, because what's the word? He's definitely the biggest guy here. If Fatu were to win it at Mania, what's the word? I don't know where he would go with it initially, but I would like to see him go up against talent that can put him over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume the first thing would be like LA Knight rematch.
Yeah,
1-on-1.
That would be solid.
I mean, the thing is, if Jacob Fatu wins it, it would actually be a good thing because you could build up the title like how Gunther did with the IC title. Because Jacob Fatu's already kind of built up into being like unbeatable.
The Sabretooth, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if he wins the US title, who would beat him for it?
Penta.
Penta, that'd be great.
Yo, nah, that because once again, it's a new guy. You know what I mean? And then, dude, the rivalry, they'll kill each other, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I just said it haphazardly. Now I'm thinking about it. It's like they'll put on some great matches and imagine a trilogy. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. That's a match right there.
They kill each other, dude. Yeah, and that's how you make the U.S. title relevant. You put it on literally the hottest new guy you have. You know what I mean? And you place him against literally the newest the hottest new guy you had last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. I had to watch my wording there. I almost said hottest new guy. Like, hold on, wait, hold on.
The hottest guy?
The hot guy. Yeah. Tan fuego, way, you know what I mean? Or something.
Hottest guy wins the title.
Yeah.
Triple H is just backstage. He's kind of hot. They just books him to win.
Bro, god damn it. Who are you, Fandango? Yeah, I'll stop, my bad. All right. Jesus Christ.